Hey guys, it's Lori Howe with Remax, and I'm back for another video. I'm so excited about this, and I think I'm gonna name it Tip Tuesday, because who doesn't like Tuesdays? I mean, tacos are on sale today. But hopefully you guys will like these videos and continue to watch and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any. So today I just wanted to take a second. This one isn't going to be a long one, but I wanted to kind of break down the question behind what does it cost to get into a home? Because I think a lot of us think, okay, down payment and closing costs, which is what I covered on my last video. And if you haven't watched that, the 5 steps to prepare to buy a home, definitely watch that. So you're saving up for your down payment, your closing costs, you're talking to a lender, you're finding a realtor, all these things, right? But what does it actually cost to even just get under contract, even just get to closing, okay? That costs a lot, and a lot of people are not prepared for that. So I end up giving this like super uncomfortable speech in their dream home whenever they tell me, oh, this is the one, we're gonna make an offer, let's go back to your office. And of course we're all so excited. So that's when I'm like, okay, so if we make this offer and it gets accepted, this, and this will happen now. And you know, it's something that should be talked about before you even house hunt. But a lot of times things are moving so quickly by the time you get to us and you're just in fast forward mode, like we're so excited, we just want to find our dream home, that you're not really thinking 2 steps ahead of exactly what am I going to have to spend to even just make this offer. So let's say, okay, you put an offer on a home and it gets accepted. Immediately, right out the gates, you're gonna spend, you're gonna write 2 checks, okay? I can't tell you how much exactly those are because obviously it varies on the price of the home that you are purchasing. So I will tell you, give you an example. So if you're buying a $200,000 home, you're going to write a check for option money. Okay, that option money is typically going to be $100 on any home. That's going to buy you your 5 to 10 day period where you're going to get your inspections done and negotiate any repairs that that you want done. So that gives you time to work things out and decide for sure if you want to go ahead towards closing with this home. So if you decide to back out on, you know, if you've got a 7-day option period and you decide to back out, you know, on day 6 just because, like you don't even have to have a reason, then you lose that $100. And it's basically just there to, you're putting just a little bit of skin in the game and saying, hey, we think we're gonna close on this home, but let's check it out first before we give you all of our money. So that's really just, you know, a little bit of compensation to the seller for giving us the grace to say, hey, I'll give you 7 days to really make up your mind about it. So the second check you're going to write is for earnest money. Earnest money is typically 1% of the price of the home. So to write a competitive offer, if you're trying to buy a $200,000 home, I'm going to tell you to write a $2,000 earnest money check, which goes to the title company. It's held in an escrow account and it is credited back to you at closing. So whatever the amount is that your bank tells you you bring to closing for down payment and closing costs, it's going to be credited towards that. So let's say you're putting down $10,000 and you wrote a $2,000 earnest money check. You're really only bringing $8,000, you know, at closing for down payment. So just be prepared to write the check. And honestly, I feel like I never thought that I would actually have to explain this, but they do cash those checks, believe it or not. So the title company, as soon as they get it, they will cash it and they will put it in an escrow account. So that will stay there for you until closing. So let's say you're past your option period, you've gotten your inspection, which is another cost that you have to incur. An inspection is typically between $300 and $500. At least that's what I see in my area. So already within a week, you've written an option money check for $100, you've written an earnest money check for 1% of the price of the home you're buying, and you've paid your inspector $300 to $500. Now that we're past the option period, we've negotiated repairs, we've said, hey, we for sure still want to buy this house. we tell the bank, okay, we're past our option period now. They're going to be comfortable at that point with ordering the appraisal. They're not going to order that appraisal until you get past your option period, just so it protects you from spending money that you may not have to spend. Let's say you decide to not get the home during your option period. You don't want to have already spent the money for the appraisal. So at that point, the bank will say, okay, we're going to go ahead and order the appraisal now. So some banks or lenders will have you prepay that appraisal amount, and it's typically I would say a safe range is $400 to $600. So you've got your option money check. I'm just trying to recap so y'all understand. Option money check, earnest money check, your inspection, and your appraisal. So you can do the math and figure out that that's quite a chunk. And it's something that you need to have in mind whenever you're house hunting, because you know, around here, a home can sell within a day or two. So if you're not prepared that day to make an offer and start down that journey, then you're going to be left behind. You may miss out on that house. So it's always good to be prepared. Knowledge is power, and it puts you one step ahead of your competition. And when it's a seller's market, you need all the odds in your favor, okay? And I can teach you how to win at this, and I can teach you how to go about the home buying process and it be fun and enjoyable. It should not be stressed. There should not be tears. This should be something that you've worked really hard to prepare for, and now you get to do the fun part, which is picking out your house and closing on it. So I see a lot of couples that really struggle during this time, and it really puts a test on their relationship. And honestly, if it were something that y'all had prepared properly for, it would be such a joyful experience. And that's what I want for all of my clients. And so my goal with these videos is just to educate you, help you with this process. These videos are not to get leads. These videos are not to gain clients. I'm hoping these videos go all over the country and people watch from all over and get some kind of benefit from it and value from it, because it does take time out of my day to sit down and film these and then edit them and post them. And I am going to be more intentional about sitting down with my buyers and sellers when we first meet and say, hey, these are the expectations I have of you. These are the expectations you should have of me. Here's a list of everything to prepare for on both sides, buying and selling. So if your realtor is not presenting you with facts that are going to help prepare you for this process, you need to be asking questions. Hey, what should we expect? Hey, what kind of money should we have set aside? What are some things we should be doing right now if we're thinking about selling or purchasing in 6 months? So these are all things that we can do to educate you and help you during that process. So I hope you guys like it. Tune in next week for another Tip Tuesday, and who knows, maybe we will have actual tacos on the show. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a great week.